Hello YouTube, and welcome to an episode of Minecraft Ultimate. We're here in this random savannah biome. So, let's talk about a few things that have happened since last time. First of all, you notice in my hand this sword and this crossbow. Well, funny about these, I made these lovely off camera. Actually, fly mode has enabled itself again, so I just joined into the server. Turn that off. As you'll see, these two swords, sword and my crossbow, sorry, it's made out of Baneleon, with a netherrack handle. Look at that damage at the bottom there. That's a lot. And if you see at the top it says unbreakable. Well, let me explain how this has happened. You see that it is level godlike plus. Yeah. Oh, and also off camera I made a Epitide amulet using these dark matters, which is like a diamond block surrounded by 8 in Ars fuel, which is worth a diamond each in EMC. But about the sword, so I found an exploit with a mod, actually. It's a new one that we put on the server, and it allows you to, basically what happens is you attack this thing, and it gives you XP, but you can't actually kill it as such. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know, whatever. I can't remember what it's called. But it works with this crossbow and it works with this sword. So this sword does quite a lot of damage, has very high levels. And it's also unbreakable because they put obsidian large plates on it, which, if you put 10 of them on there, but I think it only needs 8 because it starts with reinforced 2, it becomes unbreakable. And same with this crossbow here. It has auto repair 3, luck and haste on it, to the point at which it is now basically what I would describe as fully automatic. These bolts also have auto repair, like a stupid amount on them, which means that they almost regenerate as quickly as this thing uses up bolts. So if I just give an example, I'll just hold right mouse button down here. So yeah. And I had a test on it on the thing from the mod. Also tells you how much damage it is. I'll probably put the mod name in the description. I'll put it in the description because I can't actually remember at the moment. But what it does is it tells you how much damage you've done to it. So it will do 72 damage, and according to the thing, it's enough to take out an enemy in 2 shots, someone who's wearing quantum armor. That's like the second best armor in the game. Well, in this mod pack. That's pretty ridiculous. I just made this nice invar armor. Yes. So Alex done a tiny bit of work, not much. I think I upgraded my conduits. Yeah. Where are they? Here they are. These things. Redstone energy flux ducts now. So they're a bit better than they were. I was making some presses yesterday, I think it was. But they now feed into that energy cell up there. And I now have an energy cell in my AE system. Because if I shift space click to move my entire inventory into there, it would not put everything in one go because it was too much stuff as such. So yeah, that's it. I think that's all I've done off camera. Obviously, this is now a redstone energy cell as opposed to a hardened one. It requires a bit of electrum, which is 1 silver and 1 gold makes 2 electrum. Inside either an alloy smelter here, or you can turn them into dusts, put them together, or this induction smelter, which I think is what I used it in anyway. But you put a silver there and a gold there, gives you 2 out. And then you just fill it with redstone over here using this magma crucible and fluid transposer. Sounds pretty good. I'm actually slowly making obsidian, which I was using for the large plates, but it's always nice to have a bit of obsidian hanging around. This is the 8 in Ars fuel I was talking about. See, it's got an EMC of 8,092 and a diamond, which I have lots of, by the way. It's the same. I have lots of diamonds because I went mining a lot, so if I have a look at ore, I don't have very much of that. Ingots. See, I've got a load of ingots because I've been processing stuff. Got loads of uranium, and this stuff is still going. Weird thing going on with Project E here and that stack EMC thing. I'm going to have to look at that later. See if I can stop it from doing that, because it's kind of annoying. did I make any clay? No. So I think I moved everything out of here now. That's a good point. Okay. Right. Just a random hole here. Oh, there's gravel there. Whoops. I should probably get my pickaxe out. That stuff. Obviously, the exploit doesn't work with pickaxes and hammers and stuff because I don't think they get XP from attacking mobs. So yeah, but that's how it is. I'm probably not going to use the crossbow much, just because it's so ridiculous. And the hammer. Yeah. I may as well just have all this stuff on me. I keep thinking I can fly. But I can do this on water. Look at this. Is this because of the Airtide amulets in my ball slot that lets you walk on water? It's pretty cool. It's a bit of rubber banding going on. It's not brilliant. Should be okay. Whatever. So it's a quick way to get to Alex's base, I guess. Let's go inside. So he's got a load of chests now. Things on them and a nice smeltery. Pretty good. Got a lot of casts. He made his own crossbow, though it's made of bronze. So it's not quite as good as my manually one. Office hasn't changed much, but yeah. Oh yeah, of course there's pencils. I keep forgetting he's got like pencil blocks there that make it so you can't get over that. What is this clock? It's got 0 at the bottom. It's not 6, that's a 0. 6 is over there, that's 18, 12, and 0. That doesn't look right to me. Okay, whatever. So be it. I think it's a little bit better than it used to be. Slightly. Yeah. That's because of, we've updated the server to use a newer version of Forge. Magnet's on as well, because I logged in just a second ago. Yeah, and the new version of Forge has a load of cool things in it that improve performance and so on, and actually allow me to update the mod pack further than I could before, because before I was stuck on an old version because Cauldron wasn't updating, because it's no longer actually a thing. It's just that someone has actually got a new version of it that I'm using, which is nice. So yeah, I'm doing that now. That's good. So with all this, oh yeah, another thing I've done is I've done a load more magical crops. So I've got loads of new things, loads of new crops growing. But that's not too much, really. That's just sort of just leaving it and just occasionally going back to see that some new stuff's happened. Really. So it's not too bad. The main thing I was concerned about is you guys might be a bit interested to find out how my crossbow became so OP. I mean, yes, it is OP. It's a 2-hit on a quantum armor and can shoot relatively ridiculously quickly. You know. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. Okay. Right, so let us begin on our task for today. So we've wasted 8 minutes talking about what I did since last time. Probably won't do an intro that long for a while. Again. Yeah, so I think what I want to do today is probably start expanding my AE system a tiny bit, because it's pretty useless at the moment, size-wise. So let's have a look at what we can do here. We need some skystone. We need to smelt in a furnace. That furnace is being used, so we'll just use the alloy smelter. It's got optic capacitors in there, because I bothered to craft them, so I've now got those. So these skystone blocks to make the controllers. The AE2 special controller things. Quite useful. Pretty important for everything. Really. I'll harvest these when they're fully done. You see I've got like redstone, copper, tin, glowstone, obsidian, essence, coal, 2 golds and a Certus quartz one over here. Yeah, so I've got a few things going on. You should nearly be done. 42, yeah, that's enough for now. Okay, so to make a controller, probably going to want a few of. We'll start with a small one, I suppose. So you need pure Fluix crystals. So I actually need to make oh really? You can't just like... Okay, so we're going to have to make a Fluix seed. Right, so we need to take like half of you. Or something, I don't know, 12. Yeah, and that as well. $16 sand, okay. So see, sag mill will do, just because pulverized is being used still. A load of pulverized obsidian, which is nice, because I wanted to make a whole load of hardened glass for some reason. I can't actually remember what that was for. There was a reason. There's always a reason for something. I don't know. Right, so obsidian. I may as well just make some now, actually. Lead. There we go. Cool. It's always useful to have some of that around, so you can just make some things like this and so on. You're done now, probably. Yeah, you are. You're nearly done. So from now on, I'm going to try and avoid using the condenser as much as possible. That's the idea. Of course, I'll still have the constant generation of obsidian going on, as have been fast. That's stay a thing. I'm just going to type a message to Alex. So I don't know how many of these I'll want. Let's think. Okay, so I ran out of Fluix, so to make more we can just do redstone. Yeah, fine, we'll get half a stack of... get a stack of it. And you can actually do it inside this crystal growth chamber here. There you go. 64 Fluix crystals. This will make 2 stacks worth of the other stuff. There you go. So we'll be back in a second, guys. Once that's done, I'm actually going to put some more skystone through the furnace. Just because. Alright, I'll see you guys in a second. Sorry about that, guys. I just realised that I hadn't been recording for like the past probably half an hour. Well, no, it was probably like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Hey, that's annoying actually, because I was doing something for you guys. It was this. Let me explain how it works. So I finished off making the rest of these 16 controllers, 12 controllers. Put the dense cable down using a P2P tunnel, which is linked to this one, and tunneling through this network here, the sub-network, nothing on it, and releasing a dense cable here, which has these cables coming off it, leading up to there. And this is a little clever system that I've come up with. So you see the storage bus at the top here, feeds into an interface here, creating a sub-network, which is these 2 lines here, which has another sub-network branching off it that goes this way, which has 6 ME drives in it, and these all for 1K, these 3 here. And basically this thing here uses 1 channel on my main system instead of the 7, or like probably 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should technically use 12. No, it shouldn't. It should use 10 channels. Wow, that was a terrible attempt at maths. But it uses 10 channels. 10 channels. I am good at maths. Sometimes, not today. But yeah, it only uses 1 channel as opposed to the full amount that it should be using for that many drives and interface and so on. So that's good. So that's using something called a subnetwork to store everything in. It's a bit better that way. than a normal way of doing it. So yeah, I thought I was recording that, but apparently I didn't press the unpause recording button, so oh well. These are grown, so let's just harvest them quickly. 2 gold seeds and 1 Certus seed. Pluralization is not needed there. Okay, so that means I have to do something else this episode, seeing as apparently I didn't do that on camera when I thought I had. So I think we're probably going to need a sheep farm, because I would like to build the entire thing using smart cables, and currently that's not going to happen, obviously, because I don't have enough wool. So we're going to need a rancher. This is from Mine Factory Reloaded, and what I haven't used yet, actually. It's plastic sheets, which you get by raw plastic, which you get by smelting straws, apparently. Rulers. Plastic bags. Rubber bars. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. Rubber bars, which come from raw rubber, which I may or may not have any of. I got 2, but I have some saplings, so I could probably plant these. And we can get ourselves. So I have a lumber axe as well, don't I? So that'll make it quite easy. Of course, I didn't call it lumber axe. I called it Cobbs axe. And we have bone meal. There we are. Lots of that. I don't know. I didn't really want too much of it, but I wanted a bit. So let's get some rubber quickly from these trees. Just do it here, yeah. So, just clear out an area I wasn't actually going to use for it. Brilliant. Yeah. Another one on the way. Good. Probably got quite a bit out of that. I don't know really how much I got. Alright, so we probably got a fair amount of rubber. 46. That'll do. I can live with that. Yeah, it's not bad. Probably don't need to plant anymore. Right, so I think we're good on that side of things. Let's just get this raw rubber and put it in the furnace. Slash alloy smelter. That's what I'm using for a furnace at the moment. And let's see. So yeah, it's good. It's very good. Raw rubber. What else do I need to make for the rancher? I think that's the only thing I need device-wise, as such. I could probably just pump into a barrel. Let's just make the bucket then, and the shears. And the machine block and plastic pipes both require plastic sheets, so yeah. Alright, so let's just wait for the last to go and smelt it again. That'll give me this raw plastic, which you take 4 of, like so. That turns into plastic sheets, which you get 4 of, so it's 1 for 1. Which is alright. Pretty good. Okay, so just do these. 24 plastic sheets, that's good. Right, so we'll just go like this. This cobble. How does one make a... Is it normal stone, maybe? Yeah, factory machine block, that's what it was. So we should just be able to make a rancher now. There we go. Cool. Oh, you might want a sledgehammer. This thing tells you the area in which a machine works on, so it's quite useful. There may be some fences. Probably quite good. Yeah, probably quite a good idea to make some fences. 12 and a lot of secure fences. It's fine. Whatever that eucalyptus essentially it probably is. Not so secure as white, I think. And a fence gate. I can. Probably can't. Give it a go. Acacia gates. Brilliant. Alright, so let's see. It really works on a 5x5 area, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I were to put it in here, it should be, yeah, it's that area. That's what I was thinking of. So it goes 2 on each side. So yeah, 5x5. That's too far. No, not far enough, sorry. Put the fence gate there. Check to see if there's spawns. No spawns. Good. I can get in. I'll need to do that if I don't want animals to get in too. I'm going to make some item ducts, actually. I don't know whether I've actually made any yet this season. I'm pretty sure I haven't made any this season yet. Pretty sure I haven't. But we're going to have to see. Because I might have done. I might have done. I have. Okay, never mind. Probably off camera again. Sorry about that, guys. You don't see everything I do. It'd be quite boring. Most of the stuff I do off camera is pretty boring. We could probably make a reinforced servo, to be fair, couldn't we? We need some iron nuggets there. Alright, reinforced servo. Okay, maybe a barrel. Oh, you know what I need to do, actually? I need to upgrade this slightly. I need to fill it with liquid redstone. Now, there's a reason for that, which you'll discover in a second, once I get back to base. I might make a few more of these, to be fair. Yeah. The reason I want to fill them with liquid redstone is because if you fill them with liquid redstone, they can actually be used to transport both electricity and items, well, redstone flux and items in the same block. That's quite useful. How much to actually use, though? Oh, 50 millibuckets. That's not as much as I thought it was. Now, so I could have made 2 stacks of item ducts with that. Brilliant. Did far too many. Howdy. Okay. I'll be back when that's all done. So see you guys then. Okay guys, I'm back. This is probably actually enough, to be honest, to get me there. So let's see, it's that block. Oh, not quite good enough to do that, fortunately. Now I am. Bring this up there. I'm going to just quickly attach to that power line. So it's getting power. Can now carry power inside itself. It's good. Bring it up around the wall here. get into a sort of tunnel of sorts. Let's see, can we morph into a bat yet? I figured out how to do that. Morph into a fire bat. Or into a dried apparently called Lucy, which is interesting. It must have been Alex's at some point. What? Just messing around with it. That could be a fire bat. Or a chicken, actually, that would probably suffice. Might get a shovel in future, actually, that'd be quite useful. So let's just sneak down under here. And so the purpose of being a chicken is I'm only a block tool. I forgot that was. So you can dig cool tunnels like this. Nice and easy. It would be nicer if I wasn't I've probably gone too far, but that's okay. Didn't really want to go too far along. Right, that's alright. Then we just dig this way with this thing. So the items have got pretty far to come, but I reckon it's alright. Okay, that's good. So we just, so the power's going to be travelling one way. The items are going to be travelling the opposite way, pretty much. That's how it is. So we're going to need resonance servo. That's just going to be saying, just pull out all the time. Yep. Or nearest first, yep. Now there was a thing, but apparently I don't have it on this one, so that's okay. But it's ignore like overstacking, something like that. That's alright. Or allow overstacking or something like that. I don't know what it is exactly, but it prevent oversending. That's what it's called. Yeah, it stops it from sending more stuff than is possible to send, basically. All right, that's okay. I don't really care about hiding things at the moment because this isn't my. This is only really going to be temporary. This factory, I have made a decision that I am going to eventually build a void base or something like that. So I'm not going to be living here the entire time, or for a very long time. In reality, so Rancher should have power. It does. So the next thing I want to make is a thing called a golden lasso or something like that. I think it's called a golden lasso or a safari net I could use. Have a look, see which one's cheaper. Golden lasso, Eye of Ender, or safari net. Golden lasso. Where is it? I can remember it somewhere. Golden lasso. There it is. Eye of Ender, such as some of these. Brilliant. Get some more blaze then. Yeah, I'll just do it efficiently for now. So, golden lasso. Make 4 of them. Make it quicker to transport the sheep around. I'm out of string. Let's go hunt down some sort of spider somewhere. I know, I've got flax, I don't need to. Yeah, I might actually take this off just because it's kind of annoying, actually. Not being able to walk in water. Plus it's actually more helpful not being there because I can actually use it to make water source blocks or fill buckets, actually. So, it was more just to show Alex that I can walk on water, because I felt like showing him that. So let's go to sleep, and then we can hunt down and capture some sheep.